Hi there! The warm weather is finally here and it's perfect for sipping some iced tea. But did you know that you can also make things out of iced tea? You probably knew that. But I'm here to give you an idea of a treat that you can make with iced tea. It's a type of popsicle. And of course you could use any type of iced tea, especially fruity teas, and just freeze them just as they are, maybe sweeten them a bit. And it's good just like that, but I have another idea using 3 simple ingredients for something just a bit more delectable. So what we're going to do first of all is steep some iced tea, and I cold steep this tea, and that means that last night I put a couple of scoops in, what I used was one of these tea bags. You can either use an infuser or a tea bag, but we have these handy tea bags. So I put a couple of scoops of my tea into these bags. I just wanted to mention that when you cold steep tea, you want to use twice the amount of tea that you would normally use. So I used my handy dandy perfect pot spoon and put a couple of scoops of our lime in the coconut green tea into that bag, filled it with water in my mason jar, and put it in the fridge. So this morning it was ready to go. And we don't need that bag in there anymore, so I'm just going to pull that out. Our lovely wet sopping sack. So 3 ingredients. First, iced tea. Second, sweetened condensed milk. One of the best things on the planet, if you ask me. And some coconut milk. Now, as I mentioned, I'm using something called lime in the coconut. It's a green tea, so although there are lots of benefits to green tea, it might not be appropriate for kids because there is caffeine in it. And I find lime, anyway, I find it's a bit of a sophisticated flavor. I don't know if kids really go for it as much, maybe because it's kind of tart. So this might be more of an adult treat. If you wanted to make it more kid-friendly, something else that would lend itself well to the combination of sweetened condensed milk and coconut milk is our pina colada. This is a rooibos blend. So it doesn't have caffeine, it would be great for kids, and with coconut, come on, perfect marriage. So you just mix this together, it really is all you do, and again, you might want to play around with the ingredients a bit because you don't want some of the flavors to overpower others. I'm going to mix more or less equal parts, more or less, because I'm going to add a bit more of the lime tea than the sweetened condensed milk. I find the sweetened condensed milk can be very overpowering, and it might be all you taste in your popsicle if you add the same amount. So I'm going to add just a little bit less of the sweetened condensed milk. It might be about half the amount of the tea. Get that in there. And depending on how much you like coconut, you can add the same amount as the tea, or maybe just a hint less, depending on what flavor you want to come through. If you want the tartness of the lime to come through, then add a bit less of the coconut. If you want the coconut to come through, add more of the coconut. All you do, whisk it together. And make sure it's nice and blended. And that is pretty much it. How easy is that? So it's a step up from popsicles, a bit more creamy, a bit more sweet. You just want to pour it into your popsicle mold. Anything you have would work. Or you could even make your own. I use a funnel because I tend to make messes and spill things. Ask anybody in my family. They know. Maybe just a little hint more, top it up, leave a little room at the top, and you're ready to go in the freezer. Freeze it for a little while till it's set. So I think sufficient time has elapsed and our popsicles should be ready to go. Looks good. Might want to run it under some warm water just to help it separate from the plastic mold. You don't want to have any broken popsicles. that's loosening up. There we go. There we have it. Our creamy lime sweet popsicle. Delicious. Perfect for a summer's day. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you want to learn more, please come by kimstea.ca.